Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm working from the road here today, so I had to do the YouTube video and the podcast separately, so I hope that's all right with you, but we'll make this work. It is 6:15 a.m. Central Time here this morning. I've got December corn futures down 9.5 cents at 5.39. I've got November soybeans down 7 3/4 at 13.04 3/4. September Chicago wheat down 3.5 cents at 6.42 3/4. September Kansas City wheat down 5.5 cents at 621.5. September spring wheat down 11 1/4 at 803 1/4. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching, everybody. Again, I had some AV issues here this morning, so I could not do a live stream. That's why I recorded this deal rather than doing a live stream here this morning. But it's report day, of course, guys, and this is the planted acreage and grain stocks report that you've heard a whole lot about already. It'll be out at 11 a.m. Central Time. Traders, generally expect larger corn and soybean acreage versus March intentions. Corn acreage expected to rise to 93.8 million from 91.1 in March. Soybean acreage expected to rise to 88.9 million from 87.6 in March. Spring wheat acreage expected to decline by about 400,000. So you're looking for higher row crop acreage, lower spring wheat acreage. Grain stocks expected to be lower across the board versus a year ago. Corn stocks should be down about 17% versus last year. Soybean stocks should be down about 43% versus last year. Wheat stocks should be down about 17%. So we're looking for, we know what we're looking for here. We also know that this report almost always includes some sort of surprise, some sort of wild card. So be prepared for some volatility in these markets here at 11 a.m. this morning. Frost damage in Brazil is likely to be pretty minimal, according to reports. A lot of people suggesting that maybe 1 million to 1 million, maybe 1 million to 2 million metric tons of corn production could be lost as a result of the event this week. So that's not a whole lot, and actually a lot of the talk I've heard is probably less than 1 million. Most of the governments and private groups had been in that 90 to 100 million metric ton range prior to the frost. So maybe they've got to come down a little bit, but not the end of the world, I don't think. In regard to this event specifically, the drought is the much bigger deal. Areas of the Western Corn Belt and Northern Plains are likely to be mostly dry here the next 7 days. You're going to see better rain in some of the central and eastern areas of the Corn Belt, but Western Corn Belt, Northern Plains, pretty dry here. Now you look at the Euro model and also the GFS model here this morning, and you've got a deal where a lot more rain has been thrown in for the extended forecast, say like past July 6th or so. We're going to see above normal temperatures really here for another week and a half. So kind of a mixed bag here. I'd probably call the short-term stuff maybe kind of friendly, but the extended stuff may be a little bit bearish if these rains come to fruition that are being offered past, like I said, July 6th or 7th. Stats Canada increased their spring wheat acreage number versus April yesterday, only by like 100,000. They went from 16.477 from 16.34 million in April. So despite that increase, that's still the smallest spring wheat acreage number for Canada in 4 years. It's down 8% versus last year. It's down about 4% from the 5-year average. So still a low spring wheat number. I don't think that that's the reason for the sell-off in spring wheat yesterday. Maybe it has something to do with it, but it's not the end of the world. Russian wheat production estimates are moving higher. ICAR is at 83.6, up from 82. Sovietcon was 84.6 last week. USDA is at 86 even. The previous record for Russian wheat production was 85.3. Weather has been generally cooperative for Russia the last few months. There's a group of ag state lawmakers they're going to introduce 3 bills essentially that are aimed at boosting the biofuels industry. And this is actually a bipartisan deal. Representatives from Iowa, Minnesota, South Dakota, other states, they're hoping to roll billions of dollars in grants and tax credits into this massive infrastructure bill. So I don't have any details beyond that, but it's good to see that we've got lawmakers and the biofuel groups and the corn lobby pushing back on this Supreme Court decision and a lot of the stuff going on with ethanol and biofuels right now. Remember, today is first notice day for July grain futures. Take a look at any positions that you have there. The cattle market finished yesterday higher, but not by much, up 30 to 40 cents in the fat cattle. Feeders were up $1 in the nearby August contract. So we'll see what develops here today. In the outside markets, we have the S&P about flat. The Dow's down just a few points. Precious metals are mixed. We have the U.S. dollar up just a little bit. Crude oil's up $1.06, 74.04 in the August WTI. That's been a strong market. Bonds up just a little bit. Everybody have a great day. Remember, report at 11 a.m. Central today. We'll talk to you a little bit later.